Like there's a crisis going on, and it's a crisis of this that's going on in the American empire. But the American empire, her arm stretches so far to so many different countries that this crisis is far-reaching, and so it's global. If you just came to my channel or just happen to come across my channel, you may not know about this crisis because it's not commercialized or advertised on TV. It never is, because the news is relegated to speaking of things that keep the pressure of the American citizens in blitz, that they're simply not letting them know what's actually going on. And so you may not know about this crisis, but it's a financial and socio-economic crisis. But to my viewers who have been listening to it, the only way that you're going to ever really truly research this and find out how did America get in this state to become debt slaves, and who are these people that have stole trillions and trillions and trillions from the American citizens, this oligarchy, or these one percenters. Who exactly are these people, and what are the history of these people, and how did they get their hands on such power and such money? And I'll say to you, to understand who these people are, you must first understand World War II and its storyline, the Holocaust. You have to understand it. You have to go back to the Holocaust, because that's when this game was played on the world. And at the end of the game, like have a means. The World War II was a means to an end. And you have to understand that, especially in particular, the main storyline of World War II is the Nazis and the Jews and the Holocaust. Because if you don't understand that, the trick that was done in that, then you won't understand how America became, after World War II. They always say America after World War II became the American empire. It took over the British Empire. You have to begin to understand that storyline, the Holocaust. That's why they say you can't. They won't let you go over there and investigate it. They won't let you go to Austria and Poland, Germany, and investigate those ovens they say that they were killed in. They won't let you do any of that. Ahmadinejad in Iran, I remember he was the one. He's historical for saying, if it was all this happened, and we're researchers and scientists, and we intelligent educate anything in history, they is allowed to go and study it, study and research it, to make documented and historical evidence of the truth, to get historical evidence of the truth. And the only way that you're going to get the truth about what's going on with this crisis that we're in, what's going on with, how did this come about, who are the people that created, who are the people that orchestrated this crisis. Because anytime you say money is missing or money's going to be gone, money is not invisible, money is not air, money is paper. So when you say that it's going to be gone, then who has it? When you say that trillions of dollars are gone, well, they're gone. Where are they going? Who has them? Who has them? If America right now and Israel and Eastern Europe are facing BRICS, and they're saying that trillions of dollars are gone, well, if it's America and it's this Eastern Europe, America and Israel facing BRICS, then one of them got the damn money. BRICS saying that they creating a new dollar, so they don't have the money, so someone has it. And I think to get to the bottom of it, like for instance, the first thing you got to understand, the first lie that I can reveal to you is this: in the Holocaust, they'll tell you that Hitler and the Nazis killed the Jews. If you stop for a minute and think like Abel and not like Cain, just stop and listen to that. Hitler and the Nazis killed 6 million Jews. The trick in that, if they put that on across the newspaper, Hitler and the Nazis, you should stop right there and think. Even if you're not a person that studies history, even if you just went to school and got this miseducation in America, or even if you're just a person who is starting to wake up and you know that the word ox Nazi is a word that relates to the Khazars, the Jews that came from the Khazarian mountains, the Khazars. And so when you really speak, when you use the word Jews, like you say, they killed the Jews, you can't just use the Jews like saying that they're one group of people, they're one ethnicity, they are one kind. The Jews, at least when you speak of Central and Eastern Europe Jews, you're primarily speaking of two different kinds of Jews. So if you say Hitler the Nazi killed the Jews, well, which Jews are you talking about? See, when you ask those particular type questions, then you start digging into the history of World War II, because they made a blanket statement. Really, there are all kinds of Jews. I think they call them mitzvah Jews, and then you got the Ethiopian Jews. You got Jews all over the world, but I'm saying when you primarily think of these modern day Jews that they keep notice of, or the ones in Israel, you're talking about the ones from Germany. And the ones from Germany primarily are two different kinds. They're Nazi Jews and they are Sephardic Jews. Now back to the headline I'm talking about. They'll tell you that Hitler and the Nazis killed the Jews. Well, Nazis is just like how somebody have a name and you call them by their nickname. If they're called Ashkenazi Jews, and then instead of pronouncing that whole word like how I'm trying to pronounce it, the Ashkenazi Nazis, they started calling those particular Jews the Nazi Jews. So the Nazi Jews, which are, we'll get into another word, there are also, I said, there are different kinds of Jews, the Nazis, Ashkenazis, and the Sephardic. So what I just said to you just now, from the sentence I gave you, Hitler and the Nazis killed the Jews, then right there, that is, we're in the age of Aquarius now. It is the age of revelation. I just revealed to you that Hitler and the Jews killed the Jews. Which Jews? Hitler and the Ashkenazi Jews killed 6 million Jews. You see, and once you dig into what happened, and then you say Hitler and the Nazis or Ashkenazis Jews killed the Jews. Well, then one other tip I'll give you that's revealing is the Nazi Jews were after World War II and the defeat of the Nazi Jews, they were brought to America and started Nassau. They weren't arrested and charged with murder and put, they made up a fabricated arrest, but there were scientific Nazi Jews brought here to America. They were brought here. They're here. So I briefly wanted to do that. I could dig into it, and I am, but I just want to say that until you understand the twist in that story, because the product of World War II was the American Empire, and the people who have us in debt slavery right now are the rulers of this American Empire. And the American Empire is a product of Britain. The major players was Britain, Germany, America, and Israel. Germany was being bombed by the Nazis, the Ashkenazi Jews. But there were already Ashkenazi Jews in Britain. They were British citizens. There were already Nazi Jews in America. They were American citizens. There were Ashkenazi Jews in Germany. They were American citizens, because all three of those wanted Israel. All three of them put together had a great plan for World War II, and a game was being played, and the sacrificial lamb were the Sephardic Jews, which were a weak part of the Jews, were the Sephardic Jews in Germany. They were the sacrificial lamb. Their lives were sacrificed to repopulate Israel, which those Jews put together, and they acquired Israel from Britain, the colony of Britain, and they repopulated Israel with Sephardic Jews. So I'm saying what the end result and the product of that was, Britain, the British Empire became less than what it was, and then the American Empire, their realm came, and all this was the product of a written script of World War II called the Holocaust. Thanks for listening. I'm going to go into it more, but I got to go to work. Thank you for listening.